We're tracking the latest on the Marble Complex fire this morning. We'll tell you where progress is being made and where challenges still remain. Plus, the Oregon Department of Transportation is set to begin layoffs today after the state legislature couldn't get a funding bill passed. We'll tell you what this means for Oregon drivers.
And today it's going to be feeling hot for us. Areas inland, we can expect those temperatures 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of year. But on top of that, thunderstorm chances have returned to the forecast. I have more details for you coming up.
Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 o'clock on July 7th. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We first want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress for a look at our Monday. And Sarah, how are we looking so far as we're heading out this morning?
If you're waking up and you're getting ready to head out the door, definitely is going to be the most comfortable part of the day for us. Right now we're at 69 to Wairika, Medford, you're at 60, Klamath Falls 63, Gold Beach into the 50s this morning. A bit breezier along the coast as well. I do want to talk about air quality though, because we have seen a little bit of smoke areas over into Northern California. Waking up this morning, pretty decent for us. Areas over into southwest Siskiyou County might wake up with a few more impacts to their air quality as well. But for today, we are going to be feeling pretty hot. Temperatures about 5 to 10 degrees above average for us. Areas inland, and we do have the possibility for thunderstorms this afternoon, where better chances are going to be along the Cascades, east side into Siskiyou County. But today we can't even rule out that chance into Jackson and Josephine counties for us today as well. Along the coast, definitely going to be the place to be if you want to beat that heat today, and it'll be a bit breezier as well. Now, checking with those high temperatures, lots of triple digits across the board into Northern California and even into the Rogue Valley for us today. But east side, those highs are going to be into the 90s. So no matter where you are, areas inland, it's going to be feeling pretty hot for us. Now, as we work through the next couple of days, temperatures do begin to trend back downwards. For right now, it is looking like it is going to be a little short-lived for us there. But we also are going to continue to track out thunderstorm chances through the next couple of days. So I have more details for you on that coming up in our next forecast.
Starting on the fire watch this morning, the Marble Complex fire is currently burning at a total of 375 acres and is 2% contained. The Klamath National Service held a community meeting yesterday saying progress is being made, but challenges still remain. The Summit fire is burning at 325 acres with no containment. Evacuation orders are still in place for the Summit fire for zones SIS 1414 and SIS 2100A. A warning is in effect for zones SIS 2100B. And terrain remains a challenge for fire crews, but officials say fire crews have a good handle on this fire. And just south is the Jacket fire. There is an evacuation order for SIS 100A, along with 3 other evacuation warnings. That fire is burning at around 50 acres with 2% containment, but crews say progress on the Jacket fire is going well as the fire has been completely lined. Crews will remain on scene for another 5 days before trickling resources out.
Has also been mentioned already, this is not the Shelley fire. And so we have a lot of good things working in our favor. We're going to continue to hit it with everything that we have, just like we have from the very start. And we're going to just keep working toward the best possible outcome.
A total of 383 personnel are assigned to the complex itself. A forest order closure is still in place in the Klamath National Forest. Officials are still urging residents to know your zone and always be ready to go when a fire is near. And take a look at this video we got from a Medford resident recording a bushfire on the intersection of Prune and Cherry Street in Medford. This happened on July 4th, and residents moved their cars near the fire and warned all their neighbors. The Medford Fire Department quickly arrived and extinguished the fire, and no injuries were reported. With the 4th of July this last weekend, many fire agencies like Jackson County Fire District 3 increased their staff, anticipating a busier day than most. Calls picking up late in the evening as 2 grass fires were reported for Jackson County District 3 and no more than 12 grass fires reported for Rural Metro Fire and Grants Pass. Most were small fires that were quickly extinguished, and some others received help from ODF and other fire agencies. However, some of these calls reported as grass fires ended up not turning out to be real emergencies.
that was the smoke coming off of a firework that gave kind of a glow. Or when we got there, it was so small that somebody put it out with a garden hose or some water. This is at least 6 years in a row where no significant fire has occurred in our response area on the 4th of July.
With all the fireworks celebrations, no injuries or structure fires happened in Josephine County. Battalion Chief Jason Allen recommends to store leftover fireworks properly to prevent any fires. He also says don't light them during high fire danger risk and wait for a better time to use those fireworks. New this morning, the Oregon Department of Transportation says they plan to lay off up to 700 employees as soon as today. The move comes after the Oregon legislature adjourned for the year without passing a transportation funding bill. The department needed a funding bill to maintain staff and close a more than $300 million shortfall. Without it, counties will be unable to afford safety upgrades, less resources for pavement repairs, and less routine infrastructure maintenance. Meanwhile, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek says her team is working to figure out the next steps, as she says Oregon lawmakers' work is not yet done. In the traffic alert, Oregon Department of Transportation summer road projects are beginning and may impact your commute. In Jackson County, on and off closures on I-5 ramps will occur each weekend this summer. It's all part of the Southern Oregon Wrong Way Driver Mitigation Project. In Curry County, there are 3 projects happening on Highway 101, the largest being the Arizona landslide repair. That project is expected to be completed October of 2026. For a closer look at these ODOT projects, head on over to our website at kdrv.com. Moving to a crime alert, Medford police say a suspect was taken to the hospital after an officer-involved shooting took place Friday morning at Hawthorne Park. Police say one of their own made contact with the person and shots were fired soon after. Investigations are now underway by both Medford Police and Jackson County Sheriff's Office, which is standard protocol. The officers involved were uninjured and the suspect was transported to the hospital. And Rural Metro Fire and ODF responded to a fire on a Merlin property, which has been a site of a similar occurrence and is now under investigation by the Department of Environmental Quality. Take a look at the overturned and abandoned truck after firefighters extinguished the fire. The property is often littered with abandoned vehicles, RVs, appliances, and other debris piles. Neighbors have raised concerns, leading to an investigation led by the DEQ. And Ashland's Park and Recreation is currently seeking community input ahead of their Wednesday meeting. This comes as the Parks Department considers using Pioneer Hall and the Community Center as rentable assets. They're asking community members to respond to the proposed fees for each location, which you see on your screen right now. Fees will be used to reduce support from the general fund. The deadline to submit comments is 10 a.m. on Wednesday.